Yo, 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 Delta Tango Mike here, DTM. We're in my studio. It is January 10th of Start Now 2020, and this is another Thriving Artist Art Life short. It's a lot, but I got it out. In any case, today I want to talk about something that I see a lot when it comes to business. I see it a lot, when you're coming up in the world and emerging into your career. Things all have costs, so we find ways to cut the costs. We find ways to find cheaper alternatives, and we find ways to get stuff for free. I'm not against that at all. I have many sponsorships that I've cultivated and built just so that I don't have to pay for things. A long time ago, I used to design flyers. I was one of those many flyer designers in Atlanta in the late 90s, early 2000s, and didn't get paid much when it came to design work, but it allowed me the chance to get into clubs for free, and most of the time not have to pay for drinks, and I didn't have to stand in line. So I can pull up to the club, walk on in, while everybody, all the suckers, if you're still standing in line to get into the club, I'm sorry, but all the people that stand in line trying to get in, they watch me walking into the club, and they're like, who is that guy? What's going on? And is he famous? I did one time get mistaken for Mac 10. Anybody know some West Coast rap? That's a long time ago. Back when I was sitting in the club drinking. In any case, I have used the hookup and the plug, and what did I call it? What else did I call it? Looking for the free, the hookup, and so on from people, just so I can get what I needed, and they could get what they needed, and so on and so forth. But I'm getting to the point, and this is where I feel that emerging artists and artists of all levels need to pay attention to, is I'm getting to a point where I need to get paid what I'm worth. I need to get paid the full value for what I have to offer. And I need to work with clients who recognize that and are not going to haggle me down. I'm not going to look for the hookup. I'm not going to look for the quick get rich quick scheme. Just use Dan for his artwork. And that means I have to do the same. That means I do not ask people for the hookup. I may negotiate, but I'm not going to haggle people down from their price, knowing that they have a business and they need to get paid. So what's the actionable item here? Instead of saying don't do this, well, what do we do? And the answer is build relationships. We need to build relationships with the community, build relationships with business, build relationships with companies that are in our market, that are in our industry. Adobe is a clear example of how artists feel that Adobe's taking money from the artists, and with the subscription model, that it's a constant, monthly thing. When in fact, if you pay $50 for a Creative Cloud account, you get like over 20 different apps that you can install on your computer. You can install on your Mac and PC, on your iPad, on your phone. And it should help you with your workflow. It should help you with your career. So paying $50 a month is not a big deal when you know that within one job, it pays for at least, it should, for that whole year of subscription. So when we look at our business and when we look at ourselves, we need to look at these other companies and businesses that exist in support of our careers as a relationship. That is, they exist to help us continue to do our work to help other businesses exist, right? Our job is not to look at our clients as the enemy. It's like, oh, they're trying to take advantage of me. No, our job is to look at our clients as a relationship that we're building and helping this client build their business so they can keep on coming back and coming back. And then we look at Adobe and other businesses like that as the same as, well, we need to pay for the services that we're getting provided so that all of us can sustain and build. Relationships are very, very important in keeping a long-term career going. Another example of that is I like the hookup, or I like free things, or I like sponsorships. And really, there's a slight difference in language that means a lot more than the one word means a lot more than the other. And so free is cool. You give me something for free, great, I like it. You give me something in trade, well, that's good. There's value for value. But when there's a sponsorship, and even in all those other situations, I don't look at it as me getting something for nothing. No, I'm building the relationships with a company. Sketchable, for example. I met the Sketchable team 4 years ago. We talked. They're excited about their product. I'm an illustrator and an artist who work in the surface. I'm excited about their product, and we built a relationship. And as time went on, we talked. I gave them feedback on what I felt about their software. They gave me access. They've given me this unlock codes to give out to other artists who want to use Sketchable. And we built a relationship to the point that we have a sponsorship. And that is when now I'm not getting free things. I'm not looking for the hookup. I'm actually here doing the thing that I like to do while providing an extra layer of service to a company that's providing me with a product that then helps continue me doing the thing that I like to do. See, so it becomes now like a thing that goes around and around in circles, and it has no end and no beginning because we're all benefiting one way or the other. So that's all I have to tell you today is that look for relationships. I built my Microsoft relationship a long time ago, 6-7 years ago, way before the Surface came out, by talking and getting to know the people who work at Microsoft, getting to know the people who run the sponsorships, getting to know the people who run the tables at conventions and events, and then getting more information on what I could do later and more and more. It's all about relationships. That's the point for today. Please think about how can you connect with a business? How could you connect to another business owner, a company, the management? How can you connect with others in a meaningful way that you provide something and they provide something? Build a relationship, build collaboration, sponsorship, and business that you end up having a win-win situation. Okay? If you got questions, please send them my way. I am DTM. I am Delta Tango Mike on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is The Creative Genius. TikTok, Delta Tango Mike. Patreon, Delta Tango Mike. Send me a question. I will carefully answer it. And if it's too big to write out, I'll do a video and make it another post on the Thriving Artist Art Life Shorts. Delta Tango Mike. Talk to you later. Peace.